Hello, and welcome back to my channel, you guys. What is goody? It's your girl, Strong Warrior. How are you? Today is Thursday, February 24th, 2022. I hope your vibes have been tight. I hope y'all been navigating through these energies properly, the best way y'all know how, and surrounded by peace and love, and know when to tap into that shadow side when things get a little rocky, if you know what I'm saying. Now, bring it all back to peace and love. Bring it all back to peace and love. I say that because I know there's a lot of noise. And I know a lot of us are just, doing our thing, minding our business, staying out the way. And a lot of people may get confused with certain things. But if you know who you are and you know how you stand and you know that you're not here to hurt nobody and you staying in your own lane and you're not really, in anybody's way. If I said that already, just keep pushing, just keep doing what you're doing, because a lot of people will tend to make anyone feel like you're doing something wrong or that you don't belong or X, Y's, and Z's, okay? And if you're doing something from the heart, your 10 toes on the ground and your heart open, you know what I'm saying, and your mind clear, then you do things automatically and you set forth in motion, right? Because ain't nobody got time to be stepping on anybody's toes or biting anybody's shit or whatever the case may be, okay? So, I'm going to get an Angel Oracle deck up in this piece. We talk about Miss Ariel. She's talking about environment, abundance, guardian of the earth, which we must take care of, which is nice because I'm surrounded by plants right now. So it's very nice that this card came up. Perhaps we need to take care of Mother. Perhaps we need to take care of Mother Earth. Perhaps we need to take care of the environment as if, you know what I'm saying, as if we own it. You know what I'm saying? When you own something, when you earn the right to own something, you take care of it. You know what I'm saying? And you do whatever you can to keep it afloat. So, without further ado, my friends, I had to take a sip of coffee. Kind of just woke up. Fed my dogs. Made me some coffee and just thought about coming into the tarot. Y'all, I finally got my Instagram accounts back, my personal ones. I was digging into my phone and looking at all these hidden apps, some of them hacking and tracking shit for real. They wanted to know where I was at all times. That's the crazy part. Now all of a sudden, it's kind of like nobody was really checking for my pages or whatever, which one that I had open, which was, my spiritual page. Nobody was viewing it. No, I wasn't getting no likes, no nothing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then yesterday, I finally got my account back, and now, it's like I'm not being shadowed no more. I'm not being hidden. It was the craziest thing. And then because I have multiple accounts, I'm trying to get each one back or whatever the case may be. And somebody in a different device was in Long Island, Ronkonkoma, New York, near a fucking airport, on my shit, bro. On my shit. The craziest things. So dig into your phones, please, and Google all the apps that's supposed to be there and what kind of apps is what. Please, please, especially us ladies, because, oh my God, I feel like, knock on wood, we an endangered species. These people just want to fuck with us. I don't like that. So, I just had to give y'all a little personal tell y'all what's going on with me, because this shit is real. This shit is real. Alright, what messages do we have for the collective today? What messages do we have for my people? What messages do we have? What messages do we have? My people who need the spiritual strength to persevere. What messages do we have today? February 24th, 2022, wherever you are in the world. 7 of Coins. 5 of Cups. Okay. Death card. So we have Earth sign, water sign, amplified by Scorpio. Okay. A lot of emotion here. A lot of emotion. It was a disappointment about a situation about an investment. Somebody invested in something and it didn't turn out the way it was. And this disappointment here allowed you to look at things through an optimistic standpoint. And because of that, Spirit is allowing a rebirth to happen. Something had to die. It kind of reminds me of, what I was saying before, like, all them hackers and shit. Something had to die. You know what I'm saying? Air sign energy came through. All these swords. A lot of mercy. Okay? So somebody here is playing victim. And somebody here is taking the lessons that they learned and definitely listening to their advisors, whether it's spiritual advisors or trusted individuals that are older than them, that have been through things before. Someone's taking heed. Someone's taking heed. Yep. I think that's why you were able to look at a disappointment in an optimistic stand view, because you were able to listen to people in the past, and you probably heard a message where it was just like, not verbatim like this, but like, this too shall pass, or like shit like this happens when X, Y, and Z, and it kind of made you feel better, like, all right, cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't the end of the world. Obviously it's not, but you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where it's like, you didn't take a disappointment so hard, even if you invested in something, okay? Because the 7 of Coins in the reverse talks about thinking about an outcome, you know what I'm saying? And as opposed to just allowing things to flow through the journey. And because of that, I feel like you felt there was a disappointment, but at the same token, it's like there was a partnership there. Investments don't happen where it's just one person, you know what I mean, investing, you know what I mean, in themselves. That's one thing. That's one thing, but we're talking about a partnership here with the 7 of Coins. There's 2 individuals here, just like there's 2 individuals on this 5 of Coins, okay? But it just seems like you're the only one that's allowing this change to build you up as opposed to knock you down. So I feel like whatever investments that you lost in, or whatever investments that you gave into, that person is playing victim. You know what I'm saying? And you're just like I'm saying, like, Spirit stepped in for you because you put that optimistic standpoint and became a king. Whether you're male or female, I think, whether if I'm talking to a female, your duality of feminine and masculine, your masculine stepped up. Okay? It stepped up to a place where it was like you set your emotions aside and got into a logical standpoint about a loss. Okay? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And then with this death right here, you know what I mean? It kind of put things in a standstill. We have the 5 and then we have the 4, okay? In reverse, and they're both swords. And I do think when things are in reverse, it's like on an aspect of positive and negative numbers. And when you go up the numbers, like from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, positive 1, positive 2, positive 3. So this digression is actually positive. Okay? So from somebody playing victim to somebody like not taking any action, not moving, there probably needs to be a point where there's a standstill, okay, to think about what has manifested in the material and then what went wrong. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. So I do feel like this person, right? They had like, let's just say, for example, they had a business plan, right? Wanting you to invest in it. And they had this appearance of being king of kings type shit. You know what I mean? Where you were like, hell yeah, I want to invest in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't I? Like this, like, you're you and I'm me. And together, like, yeah, of course, it makes sense. Let's do this. But it ended up that this person was being a little irresponsible. Okay? And I don't know what this 8 of Wands in reverse is saying, but I obviously see that this person who was playing victim is definitely acting out. Is definitely acting out because you stepped into a King of Swords mode. You know what I'm saying? You didn't let them see you sweat. You know what I'm saying? You just took the L and was like, all right, better next time. Then now I know better. While this Emperor is, you know, just kind of like being a little shady with you about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and man, like, whatever they were doing, like with this 10 of Swords talks about like temporary satisfactions. Like, I'm almost hearing setup energy. I don't know if somebody here was testing your gangster, was testing your abilities, was just testing you, or was seeing like, yo, this is how something really is, or I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but there was irresponsibility, jealousy, and fucking temporary satisfactions here. And they bold about it too. Like they listen. They was real bold about it. Okay. They was bold, and I'm with the 8 of Wands. Come on now, I'm feeling like this person was just doing the most. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like, just flying in, and on the other side of that, I do feel like they're not listening to this 4 of Swords energy here. They're not listening to this 4 of Swords here because Spirit stepped in with this Death card. And I felt like it was to expose that. It was to expose all the players now on the board. I'm hearing stalking. I'm hearing somebody's like... Is somebody trying to put you in a predicament in order to learn from you? It's like they want to learn from you, but they're not asking to be taught because of ego. And I feel like this loss of investment, because they're in this Five of Swords in reverse energy, it's like they looking for things to fill the void of a loss, which was this investment that went left. Yep. Spirit stepped in twice. Spirit stepped in twice just now. Okay? Two of Swords. I feel like whoever I'm talking to is an air sign. Doesn't have to be. Maybe you got air signs in your chart. Strong, or a lot of it. But, like, I'm the type of person, my chart, I have, like, pretty much all the freaking zodiac signs except for, like, 1 or 2, which is crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So, that could be your situation as well. But it's... Wow. Okay. It's definitely saying using your discernment, obviously, Two of Swords. And then the Strength card here, trusting in yourself. Trusting in what you feeling, trusting in what downloads you're getting, processing your thoughts, and fine-tooth combing them to see if it's like you're in your feelings or it's just vibrations that you're picking up. Like, you probably have to get into a deep meditative mode to handle your thoughts right now as far as this situation goes, because something's up. You know what I mean? Is it malicious? I don't know. But it's something's not being said. You know what I mean? And because I'm feeling like they weren't upfront with this World card here, you know what I mean? Like, things went left. They weren't upfront with it. They weren't upfront about what they needed. They weren't upfront about what they needed from you. They weren't upfront about something. It's like somebody, you know, planning something and telling you kind of like things, and then when it comes down to it, there's all of a sudden all these details that could have been useful had they been, you know, acknowledged, but they weren't. So it was like you couldn't do your job because you weren't given much to work with. Trusting yourself. I do love it when the Strength card and the World card come through, because it's that lion energy. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all real quick. It's that lion energy here. Excuse me. What else we got? Here, it's like somebody wants to drive you crazy. Somebody wanting you to go like haywire is what I'm hearing. Yep. Like I said, somebody wanted you to go fucking nuts, bro. Queen of Cups in reverse with the Two of Cups here. I feel like somebody... Yeah, it was... I'm telling you, like, somebody wanted to set you up so you can look like a certain way, either in front of others, or that in front of them you weren't the real deal, and because they're an emperor, whatever comes out of their mouth, people are going to believe. Not necessarily an emperor, like they're really an emperor, but you know, people hang on to their whim and their word, like, oh my God, whatever they're saying must be true. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God. Eight of Coins in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. Devil card in reverse. Come on now. This was like an unhealthy, codependent situation with emotional blocks. They wanted to stop you in your work. They wanted to get you out of your element by causing some kind of loss. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen. And you you passed the test. You didn't fall for that okie doke. You didn't fall for that okie doke. And the reason why you didn't fall for that okie doke is because this is life. Things happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like they wanted to see what would get you off your rocker, what would trigger you. And it's like, you were careful enough to know when, you know, you were just careful enough to make sure that whatever moves you were making wasn't gonna, like, fuck with you, because this was an investment, and investment has risk, right? You have to be able to be okay whether you win or lose in an investment. You have to be able to go into an investment kind of knowing that it may not work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to take, that's like a friend borrowing money. Just let it go. Don't even expect it to come back, because, you know what I'm saying, it'll add friction to the fucking relationship if I'm telling you, because we've been there, no? So this is what you dealt with, and I don't think they I don't think they I don't know, like, I'm getting, like, I'm still getting that feeling where it was like they're still learning from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they created a chaotic situation to see how you were gonna handle it in order for them to learn. It was like a set, like, it's so weird.